Good morning, children. Today's topic is elastic collision in two dimensions. In last lecture, we have seen elastic collision in one dimension. Means after collision, body moves in a straight line. Now, here there is a body, elastic collision in two dimensions. Here is the body. That body is at rest. Its mass is m2, and there is another body, that is m1. It is moving with velocity u1. This body collides with this body, and one body is going along this direction and other body is going along this direction. M1 is going along this direction with velocity v1 after collision, and M2 is going along this direction after collision. It is making angle theta 1 with the x-axis, and it is making angle theta 2 along this axis. Now, we are knowing that in elastic collision, momentum is always conserved, but momentum is a vector quantity. So, we are taking here momentum along x-axis. So, total momentum before collision equal to total momentum after collision along the x-axis. So, before collision, m1 u1, m2 its rest, so 0, m1 v1, v1 cos theta 1, because this is the velocity v1, we have splitted this velocity, v1 cos theta 1, v1 sin theta 1. So we are taking this velocity because we are taking along x-axis. So m1 v1 cos theta 1 plus m2 v2 cos theta 2. Here is also v2 is resolved here, v2 cos theta 2, v2 sin theta 2. So m2 v2 cos theta 2 we have taken along x-axis. Now along the y-axis, its velocity is 0. So I have written here 0. It is at rest, so 0. Along the y-axis after collision, m1 v1 sin theta 1, v1 sin theta 1, and along minus y-axis, that is v2 sin theta 2. So I have taken here negative, minus m2 v2 sin theta 2. We got here m2 v2 sin theta 2. This is m1 v1 sin theta 1 because this part is 0. Kinetic energy is also conserved, but kinetic energy is a scalar quantity. So I have taken here half m1 u1 square plus half m2 0 square because rest body is at rest after collision. This is half m1 v1 square. This is half m2 v2 square. So I think in this process, in the elastic collision in two dimensions, we can calculate if in some questions some variables will be asked to find, then we can make equations and we can find by the help of all the equations. So let us see the next topic, inelastic collision. See, in elastic collision, there are two types of collision. Elastic collision we had seen. Now this is inelastic collision. If there is a loss of kinetic energy, then called inelastic collision. In every collision, momentum is conserved, but in inelastic collision, there is a loss of kinetic energy. Means kinetic energy, total kinetic energy before collision is not equal to total kinetic energy after collision. Example, collision between vehicles, that is the example of inelastic collision. In the special case, if two bodies stick together after the collision and move as a single body with a common velocity. After collision, if two bodies stick together, then such type of collision is called perfectly inelastic collision. Like example, a man jumping into a moving trolley. Trolley is moving, a man jumped into the trolley, then trolley plus man is moving with a common velocity. That's why this event is called inelastic, perfectly inelastic collision. Now we have taken one example. We want to prove that there is a loss of energy. So this is the m1 mass, its velocity is u1. This is the m2 mass, it is at rest. After collision, both bodies stick together and moving with a common velocity v. Now momentum is conserved, so m1 u1 plus m2 into 0, m1 plus m2 into v. We got the velocity from here. It is the first equation. Now we have taken here kinetic energy initial minus kinetic energy final. We want to prove that there is a loss of energy. So kinetic energy initial half m1 u1 square half m2 0 square minus half m1 plus m2 d square. Half m1 u1 square, this is 0. This will be equal to half m1 plus m2 whole square, and m1 plus m1 putting the value of v from there. So m1 in place of v, this is the m1 plus m2. Now in place of v we put here m1 u1 by m1 plus m2 whole square. This will be cancelled. Now we can write here m1 square u1 square divided by 2 m1 plus m2. Taking LCM, taking common half m1 u1 square, we got here 1 minus m1 divided by m1 plus m2. Now taking LCM, m1 plus m2 minus m1, m1 plus m2, m1 will be cancelled. This is a positive quantity because mass is always positive. u1 square, this is a square term, it is always positive. m2 by m1 plus m2, it is positive. Both are multiplied, so we get the positive quantity. It means this is higher and this is lower. There is a loss. So it proves that when there will be an inelastic collision, then there will be a loss of energy. So next topic will be in coefficient of restitution. This topic is related to nature of bodies. Somehow elastic velocities after collision depends on the nature of bodies. Nature of bodies means of what material it is made. So coefficient of restitution, it is generally denoted by E, that is relative velocity of separation after collision. When bodies collide, then there will be relative velocity. Relative velocity means you are knowing VAB equal to VA minus VB. Similarly, V1 minus V2. Relative velocity of approach before collision relative velocity U1 minus U2. And we have taken mode here because somehow it will be negative, that's why we have taken here mode. So E depends on the material of colliding bodies, and its formula will be equal to V1 minus V2 divided by U1 minus U2. For perfectly elastic collision, E equal to 1. For inelastic collision, E is less than 1 or greater than 0. And for perfectly inelastic collision, equal to 0. I think clear? This concept will be used in solving the numerical problems. So in next lecture, we'll see some numerical problems related to elastic and inelastic collision. Thank you.